driving philosophies growing up. People say, oh, it's all about who you know. It's all about who you know. And as I grew older, I knew that a certain part of that statement is true, right? Your network, your upbringing, whatever it is important who you know. But I would always add a little bit on that. It's about who you know and how they know you. And that's, to me, something I've really borrowed and said, yes, it's all about who you know, but it's kind of how they know you, and do they respect you? Do they trust you? Yep. Do they believe that you're a competent professional? Do they believe you're a good friend? You know, like all these things that I think people miss out on this networking game is to say the opportunity and introduction is to show who you can be to that person, whether that's a value as a realtor, as a value as an insurance agent, or whatever it may be. And that's a true philosophy I believe in.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and everyone who is our vendor or in our referral program, you're my database.
Sure.
And more so in my VIP database, because you're influential in your market, talking with the same people in the same stage of their life that I would like to be talking to.
Right.
And so I don't go, hey, give me. I'm going, hey, how can I add? How can I do? How can I give?
Yep. Which makes complete sense. And that's one of the things that we talked about when you were doing your business plan is your sphere of influence and the amount of touches that you tried to do. And I was impressed at the system that you have, and I believe it was a certain amount of touches and there was an invite, or a certain amount of touches, and you know.
It got a little bit hijacked since our meeting at BJ's Brewhouse because COVID.
Yep.
Because so much of our business plan was surrounded off big quarterly events.
Yep.
We had one in January, Great Day at the Lake, had about 20 vendors out there, bounce house, DJ.
That was like the last of it, man. That was a great event.
That was January. And then we were going to have the big Easter egg hunt and the big summer barbecue and the big pump. And then, so the shift has happened. We're very much Zoom friendly now.
Sure.
We do home buyer workshops online once a month. And a lot of my farm, if you will, because we, talking in real estate or anything, our farm is our target market, right? We don't have the relationship yet. We have a specific commonality or demographic. Oftentimes we hear a farm being a certain neighborhood.
Right.
Well, I'm farming Keller Williams agents. And you went to that because that's where I spent 8 years of my life developing relationships with Keller Williams agents from across the country.
You can talk their language, you've been in their seat, you have the network already to get you in the door because they know who you are. So that strategy is fascinating too. So if you'd expand upon that as far as, because when we talked 14 months ago and you kind of said, hey, there's a strategy I'm going to be going after and agents in different markets and be able to add value to them and ultimately have a symbiotic relationship there, that was not foreign to me, but I haven't heard it at the scale that you were doing. And so now when we speak and I'll say, hey, where did you get that referral from? And you say, oh, it was a
agent referral.
Agent referral.
Yeah, so philosophy, very similar to how we set up the vendor philosophy. It's not a quid pro. It's not, I will send you a referral, you send me a referral. Because if I do that, I can only have one referral partner in each market.
And you may not have enough referrals to be able to scale the way you want to scale. Yeah.
So how can I, a common thread with most Keller Williams agents is they thrive on education and training.
Right.
We're the number one education company in the world. Most people join because of the training and stay because of the culture. That was a study done through that. So, and I've got Keller Williams University approved trainer. I've got the tactics. I'm going through the coaching. So that's where I can give back to them. So before COVID, twice a month, I would drive to West Palm, Tampa, Jacksonville, Gainesville, Spring Hill to have FaceTime, one-on-one time with agents, and very much treated them like they walked into my open house. After they were in my class, they got a handwritten thank you note. A week later, they got that phone call that says, have you implemented any of those ideas?
Right.
3 months later, when I had my next class there, they got a personal invite because they were at my last class.
Wow, okay.
It's how do I stay top of mind? And how do I add enough value so that when they think of somebody, they're going, Rick, hey guy's on point, you're in great hands.
And the subtlety in that is also, sometimes when I was growing up, my dad would say, a timely thank you note says more about you than sometimes it does them. And so that personal invite, that touch, that handwritten thank you note, that thinking of them made them ultimately have, oh, Rick, it's a respectable guy,
It's a differentiator.
Right.
Yeah, everyone else is throwing out there through the Facebook referral leads and tagging me.
Right, and by the way, okay, if I have a client to go somewhere, I know how he treated me, so this is probably going to be how he treats my clients. They're going to get a thank you. They're going to get a personal invite, whatever it may be.